Russia's invasion of Ukraine has upended the post-Cold War transatlantic order. European countries were forced to reconsider the principles of security and generally reassess the system of international relations built after the end of the Second World War and after the Cold War. Putin's war against Ukraine has forced both the US and the United Kingdom to reconsider their role in the geopolitics of both Europe and Asia. How to understand this new geopolitical landscape? This is what is being discussed for 2 days here in London at a conference of the Analytical Center of the Chatham House.
So the first thing that we saw that Russia was unable to do that we thought they were able to do is suppression of enemy air defenses. We in the military call that SEAD, S-E-A-D. Russia, to date, has been unable to go in and take out the Ukrainian air defenses. If you remember what the Allies did in Desert Storm 1, remember the conversation about the super MES and hundreds of SAMs and the density, and we were expecting attrition rates.
Ukraine is now in the focus of all discussions, as a part of the new global security system that is being formed on the battlefields of Donbass and the south of our country. Ukraine is far away from Britain, but it is clear from the tone and depths of discussions here in London that every detail of the war is known here. All the weaknesses of the Putin regime and his army also have been calculated. Top analysts and invited diplomats discuss how to stop Russian aggression and reflect on the conflicts of the 21st century, how to prevent new wars in our century, especially when technology advances so rapidly.
What is happening in Ukraine right now? Just a month ago, Ukraine was fighting on a 1,300-kilometer front. I think that's shrunk to about 1,000 kilometers now, based on the retaking of the land in the northeast. But Ukraine and Russia are fighting on a 1,000-kilometer front. Are we in NATO ready to fight on a 1,000-kilometer front? That's a big question to ask of one nation.
What about condition of Ukrainian army? Is it up to the level of NATO standard?
So, first of all, I want to say how proud I am of the Ukrainian military, because they've done a magnificent job, and they had severe challenges when this started. And frankly, they are proving over and over again that they are technically able to rapidly assimilate Western technology and use it in the fight. And in some cases, actually teach us better ways of using our own kit. As far as now reaching NATO standards on tactics, techniques, and procedures, of course, there's still some more to do, but they have come a long way. And I must say that right now, Ukraine's army would be a very strong force for NATO should it ever join.
Is the US ready to fight on two fronts, against China and Russia at the same time? General Philippe Bridlove listens to this question without smiling.
Is America ready to fight two battles at the same time, a mini giant and a real giant? What does it mean for Europe?
Does that mean China is ready to fight, NATO is ready to fight two wars simultaneously? No. Because none of us have integrated defence reviews, defence plans that assume two simultaneous wars. I think you assume one major, one minor. So the short answer is no.
Russia-Iran cooperation. It is Iran which is providing UAVs to Russia. It is Iran, also isolated by many other, by the Western community, trying to establish even better relations with Russia. We should look into that process carefully. And the role of Russia in the Western Balkans, in the very heart of Europe, in the very center of Europe, would be also, I think, a challenge for the next couple of months and years. The situation in Bosnia and Herzegovina is still very fragile.
The war in Ukraine affects the whole world. Old problems in the countries of the southern Mediterranean, the Middle East and Western Balkans are letting us know about them again. It is no longer possible to wait. It is time for the countries of the West to take not just a political and diplomatic position, but really begin to eliminate the risks coming from both Russian and Chinese destabilization actions. There is still time. There is no need to be afraid of Putin. Ukrainians have already shown an example to the whole world that authoritarianism, colonialism and dictatorship can be stopped, and it is necessary to do so. Reported from London by Oleksiy Matsuka, Vitaly Sizo, UATV News.